Are you making the number one mistake that most coaches make when building their personal brand? If you are not attracting the clients that you want, this could be why. Stay tuned, because in this video, I'm going to show you how you can fix this problem and start attracting clients who are a perfect fit for your brand. My name is Leary, and I've been helping businesses grow their businesses since 2007. I work with coaches just like you to help them build their personal brand, to have more conversations that convert into consistent clients. Before we dive in, drop quiz underneath this video so you can grab my personal branding quiz. It's going to help you assess where your brand is and then maybe give you some actionable tips to move forward or fill in those holes a little bit. So drop quiz under this video. In today's video, we are going to talk about that number one mistake that most coaches are making when building their personal brand. And I'm going to show you how to avoid it and start attracting your dream clients. Yay! It's what we all want to do. I mean, I know that when I left corporate, I wanted to be able to choose the people that were around me. We always talk about the circle, right? Well, your clients are part of that circle. You want to be able to work with people that you want to be around, that you want to have coffee with, that you want to, go out for drinks with, whatever it is that you like to do, hike mountains with. You want to have people around you. Those are your dream clients. You want to be able to help facilitate that in a way that works for you and for them. A lot of coaches try to serve everybody. We all get caught up in this. So if you're doing this, do not feel alone. It's one of those things that's really, really, really hard to get. And once you understand it intellectually, it's still hard to actually do it. We've all been there, but a lot of my clients fall into this exact same category. So if this is you, listen up. The problem when you speak to everybody is the message gets very diluted, and we get caught up in, the whole niching down type of thing. And it does not mean that if, so-and-so comes in and says, hey, can you help me do that? And you really want to work with her, you have to say like, no, I can't. If it goes along with what you want to do and she's not your ideal client, you can still work with her. It doesn't mean you can't. It just means that when you're putting out that messaging, like we always talk about, people want to be seen and feel heard. It's hard to make somebody feel seen and heard if you are, example, if you're talking about, running around from meeting to meeting and not having enough time after work because you have an hour-long commute. If these are some of the scenarios that you're talking about, but your ideal client is stay-at-home moms, you can see how that's not really working, right? So you want to know who your client is and use scenarios and examples that relate directly to that person. That's how they feel seen and heard when you get in their head. So in the head of the stay-at-home mom is not in the head of the 24-year-old, brand new executive. They're not the same things, right? When you try to make it generic enough to speak to both of those people, nobody hears you. It's just, it's really hard. You have to get specific on your stories and scenarios. I just want to clear this up. Does that mean that you cannot work with these moms and this 24-year-old executive? It doesn't mean that. What it means is each piece of content should speak to somebody. But if you're speaking to 10 different people, doing 10 different pieces of content, speaking to each of them individually, right? When the mom hears that content, she's going to think, oh, this isn't for me, and maybe not come back to you. That's why when you're first starting off, it's great to do all of the same target audience. It's great to sort of speak to that same person with different scenarios and stick to at least like different scenarios that would be around that same idea. I don't know if that's making any sense to you. And then when you build that up, that's when you add the next and add the next and add the next. That's why you can look at somebody like Tony Robbins and say, well, he talks about all of these different things and his audience is all these different types of people. Well, that's true. But when he started, it was here. And that's where more than likely you are right now if you're watching this video. So when we talk about niching down, it's because of where you are in your business, how much money you have, how much time you have. Do you hear what I'm saying? Okay, so don't get all caught up on, oh my God, I really want to work with that. Well, you can, just not today. You have to stick with one until you build it, and then you can add another one. Remember, it's research, it's time. You're speaking to people all the time. Then you're taking what you're listening to, what you're hearing, you're taking that, putting it in their words, and you're using that in your scenarios and in your content and the way you're bringing it back. It's all full circle. You want to craft your messaging. Remember, that's copy. That's what you say. That's how you say it. All of that is going to be based on what you have seen and heard about their pain points, about their aspirations, about their A. Where are they at right now? Their B, where do they really want to go? You need to know those specifically and be able to move them through them, but speak specifically to this A, specifically to that B. So once you have defined your niche, you can build your solutions around getting that person from A to B. Hopefully this is making a lot of sense to you. It's easy, it's basic, but it's hard to do. It just is. It's hard to do. I get it. So you want to show them that you understand their struggles. You want to show them that you have the systems to move them from A to B. You want to talk to them where they're at. You want to let them know that you understand their pain points. For example, people spinning, trying to figure out what their niche is. I get that. You want them to understand that and be able to help them move to that next level. Let's recap really quickly. The number one mistake that coaches are making when they're trying to attract their ideal audience is trying to appeal to everybody. So to fix it, focus on your ideal audience. Get as clear as humanly possible. Niche down. Understand what they're thinking while they're sleeping. And then create that messaging that speaks directly to them. Like, don't point at me. That speaks directly to them. All right, if you're ready to build a personal brand that attracts those dream clients, drop quiz below this and I'm going to send you my personal branding quiz. And I cannot wait to see you shine.